here we go. We're jumping in fresh today. We're going to do a quick recap for you guys, some of the stuff we've been working on. So stay tuned. All right, here we go. All right, brethren, bless up, bless up. Here we are. We are live and direct, and I want to do a quick catch up, including starting with a quick recap of podcast episode 2, where we left off. And we're going to eventually move into episode 3, but I want to start off with a quick recap, check-in, and grounding session to get people dialed in for the end of 25's year 2025 and move into 2026 strong. So here we go. Let's go. Tapping in now.
Yes, yeah, we're moving with power and presence. Let's set the tone right. Podcast episode 2, recap and grounding for 2026. Intro vibe, catch up and check love. Family, we're here again. Live, direct, and aligned. Let's ground ourselves. Take a deep breath. Inhale growth, exhale the doubt. We've come a long way since episode 2, so let's reflect, realign, and give thanks. Where we left episode 2 recap. In episode 2, we tapped into the flow state, that frequency where action becomes ease. We spoke on aligning mind, body, and spirit to manifest momentum, talked about staying present in the process, and how every challenge is simply energy asking to be redirected toward greatness. We also highlighted the core, consistency, intention, and trust in divine timing. We left off on the idea that 2026 is a canvas, not a continuation, but a rebirth. Check-in year-end pulse. 2025 brought waves. Some tried to drown us, some carried us forward. But look at us, still here, still rising. Ask yourself, what did you learn this year? Where did you evolve? What's one thing you're leaving behind? And what frequency are you carrying into 2026? Grounding message for the tribe. This moment is sacred. Let's not carry old timelines into a new one. Let the past inform you, but not define you. We're stepping into clarity, creativity, and collaboration in this next phase. The soil has been tilled. Now we plant. Transition to episode 3 preview, the rebirth frequency. Up next, episode 3. This one is deep. We're talking rebirth, renewal, reset, how to deprogram and realign with your original essence. Not the one society gave you, but the divine blueprint you came here with. How's that feel for the intro and recap? You want a poetic flow version too? Or should I keep this tone going into the episode 3 structure?
I like that. That sounds good. We'll finish that later, but right now I want to tap a little bit deeper into the moment and closing out the year. Tap into that year-end pulse, and let's talk about what you see for 2025 and what humanity needs coming forward, moving into the next phase, into the next procession, to the next cycle, and how consciousness is tied in, and how you see technology, consciousness, and humanity figuring out that balance, and kind of just give us some insights that we can look for exactly what you're talking about, the essence and grounding and staying connected to that rebirth and renewal and reset.
Yes, that's the root right there. Let's tap in deep. Year-end pulse, 2025 to 2026. The closing of a cycle, the opening of a portal. 2025 feels like the final breath of an old way of being. It's been a year of revealing, truth surfacing, systems shaking, illusions collapsing. But that's the beauty of transition. Before every sunrise, there's that pause, that silence before the light returns. We're in that pause right now. What humanity needs right now. Not more noise, not more speed, but stillness, a return to the heartbeat. We've chased progress at the cost of presence. Now we must realign, not by rejecting the future, but by remembering the source. Because the future isn't just ahead of us, it's within us. Consciousness plus technology, humanity, the sacred trinity of now. The world has reached a crossroad where tools have outpaced wisdom and information overload has outshined inner knowing. But this next phase, it's all about integration. Not man versus machine, but soul with system. Not data instead of intuition, but data in harmony with it. Not separation, but synthesis. The ones who will rise in 2026 are those who know how to ground in ancient truth, move with modern tools, lead with the heart, and build with conscious technology. That's the blueprint. AI, automation, digital transformation, they're not enemies. But without conscious direction, they become distractions. Tools without soul become traps. So we must ask, what are we building and why? The rebirth frequency, what to look for in 2026. This new cycle is vibrational, it's spiritual, and it's calling the real ones. We're entering a time where success is measured not just by status, but by alignment, by how well your inner world matches your outer expression, by how much of your authentic self is present in your work, your words, your walk. 2026 is not about adding more. It's about remembering more, remembering your design, your calling, your power. So as we reset, let the question be, what version of me is no longer coming forward? And what sacred part of me is ready to rise? You want to drop this into an episode monologue, a social post, or remix it for both? I can also build out the visual or some key quote slides for it if you'd like to take it further.
That's perfect for now. I like that. I think we'll end this session now, this recap.
Just let it simmer. Let the words settle into the soil of the moment. When you're ready to build the next layer, episode, visuals, carousel, post, or the next portal, we'll flow right into it. Until then, we give thanks, we ground, and we rise again.
Boom. Yes, I.